Hey Aussie Gamers, welcome to episode 63 of the Aussie Gamers Express podcast, the podcast that may contain nuts. I am your host, LewkOne, and joining me as usual is my good friend Thorncliff. How are you, mate?
I am good.
Wonderful, and also joining us is our other great friend, Red.
G'day, speaking of nuts.
Yes! May contain some red nuts.
Wicked.
Red nuts or blood nuts. Very good. Lovely to have you both on the show this week. Before we go into the preview, sorry, completely wrong there. Before we get into Game Talk, let's go through this week's show in preview. In our news this week, we've got Destiny DLC that's been leaked, new Mortal Kombat X characters again. There's some LEGO news, a unique Destiny raid. Tomb Raider is outsourcing. Sony Online Entertainment gets sold. No trannies in League of Legends, and Madden predictions. After that, what's that sound? And then that's the end of the show. So, who wants to tell us about their week?
You go, Red. Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, I rant with Dying Light last week, and I've been a little bit obsessive this week, and I've put in just under 60 hours, and
60 hours in a week.
Just under. So it's more than a full-time job.
Yes.
But I'm proud to say I spent more than 42 hours of that in co-op.
Yeah, cool.
So as you'll chime in with a little bit later, Luke, we managed to go back and forth. Well, not so much back and forth. We just managed to be able to wait for each other at pivotal moments when we couldn't get together, and managed to do the whole fucking game together.
Yeah, we did the entire campaign in co-op. That was cool.
That was very, very cool. It was very, very rewarding, and in my opinion, a solid 9 out of 10.
I must add as well, 0 dropouts.
Yeah, no worries whatsoever.
Never got booted from either of any of the game sessions that we had. Never got booted or kicked. Nothing.
That's pretty impressive.
It is impressive in today's gaming state, where we very often we can't even get into each other's game, let alone be able to maintain one. This one never had any dramas getting in and never got booted.
So, yeah.
It might possibly have something to do with the physical copies not being released and not as many people having it at the moment.
Maybe.
I
but
think
it's something not to complain about, though. It's awesome.
Yeah, and look, if you ask me, did the graphics sometimes take a while to render? Yes, they did. Were there glitchy jumps and everything like that, and a couple of random deaths? Yes, there were. And was there incorrect subtitles to what was actually being said? Yes, there was. But fucking hell, I'm still going to give it the best game I've played on the PS4 to date, and that's including Far Cry and Shadow of Mordor.
Wow.
It's just a complete experience, mate. You got to do a bit of everything. The different curveballs, the missions and the side quests threw at you. It was very Fallout 3-esque with how expansive the side quests are, and how in-depth and how much detail they try and give a character that probably only has interaction with you for 10-15 minutes sort of thing, back and forth. But I loved it, mate. I was, as I said, obsessed. That's all I'd done. Turn the PlayStation on, straight onto Dying Light. Jump in, help you guys, or not so much help you, Luke, but I played it for a few hours and then got up to where you were because you were back at work, and I was able to jump back into Nick's game and Weeksy's game and drop off a couple of weapons, a couple of buff weapons, and go, there you go, boys, fucking have a hack with that.
So that's another good thing as well. You can actually drop the weapons for your mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do everything for your mates. You can drop money.
Awesome.
So you drop money as well. Huh.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's going to be good for when I get it.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I've already got a weapon that does over 1,000 and a gun sitting in my stash for you.
Nice.
So, yeah, as I said to Luke yesterday, I said, look, I've had a fair crack at this now. We're pretty lucky. I wanted to play all the PS Plus titles, and I picked up Metal Gear Solid when it was $11 in December. So I'll have a little bit more diversity for everyone next week of what I've done and experienced. But I don't regret it for 1 second. What a game. Worth $100, worth the angst over the delay, everything.
Well, with you said the graphics rendering and things like that, and the glitchy jumps. I never had any of that. Mind you, you did play it 3 times as much as me, but I never had any of that. Probably the only thing notable that I had was the frame rate drops.
And my weapon, it looked all fucking stretched and torn and everything, like the gun. that was pretty funny. Like I
don't want to know about your weapon being all stretched and torn.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, the guns. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there was a few bits and pieces. Yeah, as you said, I did play it for a fair amount of time. But nothing was game breaking. Maybe if we kicked every 20 minutes out of multiplayer, I would have made it quite sour.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love this game, and yeah, full advocate for it. And I know we talked to a couple of the lads who cancelling their pre-orders and jumping straight on the digital copy too.
Yeah, but like what we were saying the other day, it's a shame that this is happening. It's pretty disappointing for Techland as well. But the fact that the physical copy has been delayed, the game's going to be stale for all those people that have played it now. We're going to be finished with it, probably moved on to another game by then. Whereas all the people getting the physical copy are probably going to be a bit sort of left behind.
Yeah, but it also, as an Aussie gamer's side point of view, anyone's going to be able to come and ask us a question, and between us, we should be able to answer it when it comes to Dying Lights.
No, absolutely.
So, yeah, positives all around.
Yes, you'd better jump on and play co-op with me, though, when I get it.
Yeah.
Promise, mate. I've got, there's 2 trophies that are glitched that are going to be fixed in a patch. So I'll be looking to, when I come back and play with you, to mopping up a platinum, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll come and help you for $20.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The whole reason I haven't got it this week is because I'm Popo. You think $20? Fuck you. I'll play by myself.
All right, Red, what else? Anything?
The Apathlon.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, that Greek-looking side-scroller.
Yeah.
2D thing. I had to go with that for probably 2 hours today. That's actually really, really fun for a under 1 gigabyte game.
Yeah, I played it as well. It's a bit strange.
It is strange, and I don't mind the theories of the old Greek gods and everything like that, so I'm starting to get into that. Looking forward to Rogue Legacy and the Hardline beta. I've probably put 2 hours total into that so far. I'm going to have another go tonight, see how it goes. But yeah, other than that, mate, Evolve it all the way. Oh, not Evolve. I'm looking at an Evolve ad on my computer at the moment. Dying Light.
Dying Light. You idiot.
You mean? Nah.
Mini ninjas.
Mini fucking ninjas. Yeah, that's me.
All right, that's you. Sean, tell us about yours.
Put a fair few hours into Dragon Age Inquisition this week.
What's a fair few hours?
About 12.
Fuck, that is a fair few hours.
Yeah, so I've kind of been in the thing where I've stayed out of chat parties and all that kind of stuff because I'm trying to immerse myself in the story a bit and listening to what it... Yeah. And yeah, just trying to do things that it was going to be called Age Inquisition because I hadn't seen a fucking dragon until I walked into this area and I saw it flying through the sky and I'm like, wow, that looks awesome. And then it hit me with a fireball, killed half my team, and then its babies chased me and killed me. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just leave the dragons for a while. But I haven't left the first area yet. Every time I go to finish one quest, another one opens that's near me, and I'm like, oh, well, I might as well do this one while I'm here, and this and that. And I can't tell you what I've done in the game because I don't think I've done anything. I've done so much, but I've done nothing.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I read an interesting article this week as well that was on Kotaku, which was, I wish Dragon Age Inquisition respected my time. And I 100% agree with this article in saying that, you know what, it doesn't respect your time because you there's just so much to do that you're so overwhelmed while playing it while you're in an area. So much shit opens up that you just don't find yourself following a quest line. I don't even know what the storyline is yet because I don't think I've done any of it.
There's something about an Inquisition.
Yeah. And I was talking to a mate of mine the other night. We went out for dinner, and he was saying that he's like, "Oh, you've got to go back to the main place, and then you start your things, and you can send out your people that you've hired to do Inquisition missions for you, and you get Inquisition marks." And I'm like, I don't even fucking know anything of that. And in total now, I think I've nearly put 20 hours into the game, and I don't know.
It's very easy to get stuck doing side quest, thinking that you're doing the main campaign.
Yeah, and thinking that, like one thing that shit me the most in Skyrim was I got up to a certain level and my character wasn't high enough level to be able to get further on in the...
You sound like somebody else I know.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Yeah, to get further on in the main campaign.
I'm a firm believer that you should naturally level up enough to do the campaign when you're doing the campaign alone.
Yeah, so if I wanted to just run through and do the whole story and then go back and just go nuts doing everything. Like in Far Cry, you could do a certain amount, but you could always finish the game.
Yep.
And then go back and collect all the things and do all the side missions and do all that. And it just doesn't seem to be able to do that. But I don't know if I'm able to do that or not because I keep on getting sidetracked with everything. It's like I'm loving the game. How it got Game of the Year, God knows, because I don't think that I've got far enough to be able to see that the story is awesome. But yeah, I will keep playing it. But it's just I'm just confused at the moment as to how I go about playing it. Do I try and get my character as beefy as possible at the start and then run through the campaign, or am I going to get stuck later?
You level up so slowly doing it that way. That's the thing. My trouble with that game is when I play it, I invest quite a long time in playing it, and I get stuck playing it, and I play it for a long time and getting sidetracked with the side quests and all that. But then that puts me off for the next time I'm going to play it. Because then I think, I want to play Dragon Age, but then I'm going to be stuck playing that, and I'm not going to get these other things done. Like, I'm not going to play this other game that I wanted to have a quick go of or whatever. It's quite off-putting because it is such a large, in-depth game. If you were the type of person who would only buy one game every 6 months and dedicate 6 months to it, which is how I used to be, a game like this would be absolutely brilliant because you would never run out of shit to do. But,
and this is bringing back memories of Skyrim for me that I spent way too much time on, and World of Warcraft and stuff like that, where I think if I sit down and I invest so much time into this, what am I investing it for? It needs to be a good reason to be able to do that. So that's why I don't play Skyrim anymore. It's why I don't play World of Warcraft anymore, is because it starts to consume you when you're playing these games.
The thing that makes it really hard for us, me, I speak for myself, is, like in what we do, we run the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page and the podcast and all that. We kind of need some diversity. We can't be spending, all of our time on one game to then, I know it happens sometimes when a brand new game comes out, but that's all good. But something like this, I don't think you can do this in a week, This is quite some time, weeks, months or whatever. But if you could let it consume you and you only play this one game, we're going to be just talking about the Dragon Age Inquisition podcast.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to know. That's all we're going to talk about. I can't do that. I've got to play different things throughout the week to keep it fresh and have something to talk about on the podcast and discuss on the page and things like that. But yeah, it's probably one of its biggest traits, is also one of its flaws. Yeah,
and the other thing that I didn't like about it is that it's like an MMO, but it's not an MMO. Like, this game would be awesome if I could play in a team with my mates. Yeah, it needs to be an MMO. I agree. Yeah, it's not multiplayer. It's multiplayer. It's not. There's a multiplayer area. There's not an actual MMO feel to it, which would be awesome if it was. But yeah, it's not. Next thing I did, I've been trying to get a beta key for a while for the Heroes of the Storm. Yeah. So I jumped onto my Blizzard launcher this afternoon. I thought, I'll run the updates and all that kind of stuff. And Heroes of the Storm was sitting there.
Yeah, it's out, yeah.
Okay, but everywhere they've been handing out beta keys for it. I ended up downloading it this afternoon, and I've put probably about three and a half hours into it since
what
I
is
got
it?
home from work. It's a Blizzard MOBA, so it's a Blizzard League of Legends. But before you just discard it out there, I think that it would be something that you'd actually enjoy playing.
Why?
Because it took everything that was shit about League of Legends, or not really shit, but all the stuff that was confusing and annoying about League of Legends, it's gone. There's no store where you need to read a fucking encyclopedia to understand what you've got to buy to level your character up and to get the right gear as you level up to keep going. There's none of that in there that I can see so far. I've played through the whole tutorial.
You finished the tutorial this time?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Whoa!
Yeah. And there's different maps, different characters, all that kind of stuff. So the basic story of the game, if you will, is that you're going into the Nexus, which is where they say cosmic worlds and realms have collided. So you've got all the worlds of Blizzard, so the StarCraft universe, Diablo universe, Warcraft universe, all together. And when I was playing today, I played in Ravencourt, which was Sanctuary. You do your first thing on like how to attack and your main powers and your heavy attacks and all that kind of stuff. I played as James Rayner from StarCraft.
Mm-hmm.
So the big guy on the front of StarCraft 2. As I was playing through, I've got like your normal attack, then I've got a heavy attack, which is like a penetrating bullet, so it'll shoot through enemies. Then there was a rallying thing, so your rally troops get them pumped up in that, and you push that button, and all of them around you get like double attack speed and all that kind of stuff. In essence, it is League of Legends, so it's a tower defense. You choose your lanes, you 3 different lanes to go down. You've also got mounts in this one, which will let you travel quickly. If you get injured while you're out fighting, then you've got a Hearthstone, which will take you back to your tower, which is your Hall of Storms, to regen. As you level up through this one here, you get different abilities. So instead of having an ability tree as such in your League of Legends and your Dota and that, it'll give you an option out of a couple of different abilities. So you click on the add ability button, which is your character down in the left hand corner, and it'll bring up like a little menu, and you get to choose different abilities to get up. So you've got things like extra attack speed or extra movement speed, adrenaline and health regens and all that kind of stuff to level your character up, which is like your League of Legends. And yeah, then you just go like you're doing a MOBA. So yeah.
What was that, Red?
Is it free to play?
Yes, it is.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, see, I tend to believe you that I probably might like it, and the only reason for that I'm confident that it might be a little bit different to what I think of League of Legends is because of how I felt about card games before I played Hearthstone.
Mm.
If anyone remembers back before Hearthstone was released, I was like, I'll give it a go. I'm not interested, blah, blah, blah. And then the very next episode after I'd played it, I was like, I love this game. It's the greatest thing ever, and I fell in love, and I still love it. I think Blizzard just have a way of turning what other people have that I'm afraid of into just things that I'll absolutely love.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's mind-boggling. So I'll definitely try it on your recommendation, Sean. Absolutely.
They're quite reliable with their releases as well. Like with this one here being at a free-to-play, it is similar to Hearthstone, as in where in Hearthstone you bought your packs of cards and all that kind of stuff. In this one here, you can buy the characters. So they have a free character rotation, which is 6 characters or 5 characters every week. Like this week, there's Diablo, Muradin, which
you can play as Diablo.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's the Super Smash Brothers of Blizzard.
Yeah.
And there's Muradin, which is a gnome warrior from WoW. There's Rayna from StarCraft, Rhaegar from WoW, and Tyrann from WoW. I also saw like Tyrael from Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo 3.
And so then that's where they get their money from. So that if you don't want to if you love playing as a certain character, you can buy them, and they're different prices. Like I think Diablo's about $9.80 to buy, but to keep him as one of your characters. And there was one there that I saw that was about $3.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got your different ones which you can use in that, and then you can buy like skins and mounts and all that kind of stuff. I'm guessing as well there'll be like cross purchasings of like if you buy the next expansion for World of Warcraft or the special edition of the next StarCraft that's coming out, they'll give you a free mount for Heroes of the Storm, like they do with the cross things. If you buy the collector's edition of StarCraft, they'll give you a pet in WoW or something along those lines. So, yeah, and just another thing in like League of Legends, they have the jungle area, which you go through and you can kill certain beasts for different perks or stuff like that. This one here, it's actually got mercenary camps. So they're like big ogres that have they throw rocks as a range thing. So you go in there and you defeat them, and they'll join your cause and they attack straight down the nearest lane.
Oh, cool.
So that's another cool little thing for it. But yeah, I haven't got into playing I've played one of the actual games, but I haven't got more into it. But as I get more into it, I think that I can see myself playing it a lot more than I would with WoW, with LOL or Dota, because those games I just saw as way too confusing.
Yeah,
so
cool.
Is it beta or is she up and running?
Well, I don't know, because I opened it up and it was there. I don't know if they've given it to me for free because I've had WoW accounts in the past, or because of the amount of Blizzard games that I've got on my PC. Yep. But I've seen things online which says get a beta key for Hero of the Storm and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even know if I've just got the tutorial or what.
Oh,
so
okay, cool. I'm interested to find out.
I'm just booting up Battle.net now.
Yeah,
because I
recommend it to everyone to give it a go. So yeah.
I remember their trailer video that they released. It was like 3 minutes of just epicness in a museum or something, whatever it was. I'm like, oh, this is sick. So you'd sum it up as a no-fuss MOBA.
Yeah, it just seemed like I'm going to put it out there. It's a dumbed-down version of it.
It's just no useless
traditional
lore.
Yeah, no useless crap. No having to need a encyclopedia to see what you need to do. Like I'm guessing that there can be a lot of research put into it of which talents you pick up as you go through to which way is going to spec your character the best or whatever. But overall, I enjoyed it. I think it's something that, what if we got a group of guys together and just jumped on it and had a dick around? I think it'll be good fun.
And it's not really taxing on the computer, like requirements, specs-wise,
I don't know the specs completely, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it looks a bit colourful, eh?
Mm.
Sean, I don't know, because I'm on Battle.net. I've gone on to Heroes of the Storm, and it doesn't have an option to download for me.
Oh, okay.
It says enter the storm, jump into the Nexus with gold, epic heroes, special skins, and beta access.
Okay.
And then I can click get the Founders Pack.
Yeah,
which is a $50 pack with a whole bunch of stuff.
And that'll give you access to the beta.
Yeah, so you've gotten access to the beta some other way.
Mm.
Watch his space.
Yeah, it might have been as well, because when I'm signed up through the Battle.net as well, I've got the beta box ticked, so I'm available to go into any of the betas, so they might have just tagged it straight onto my account.
Yeah, possibly. I got an email about it a little while ago, but I didn't really look into it, so I'm not sure what that email was. Might have been here's $1 million, who knows. Anyway, yeah, that's it, Sean?
Yeah, that's been about me.
Alright, cool. Tell you about my week. In no particular order, Trials Fusion, the new DLC Fire in the Deep, came out, so I was playing that a fair bit today. They're pretty tricky tracks, and I still can't do any of the extreme tracks. They do my head in. They're way too hard. But I enjoy the hard ones. The hard ones are good. On top of that, I finished the Unfinished Swan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good game. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
solid game, well worth the money and the time put into it. I thought it was just very refreshing. There were so many times in the game where I'd go, oh wow, I didn't think this game had this stuff in it. Turns out there's a little part towards the end which I'll describe as the game turns into Portal. Do you remember that part, Sean?
Yes.
Where you go through the pictures or whatever, and you're into another world and stuff, and then and then you drop in from a completely different angle and that, and then you're building the blocks and moving them around. Completely changes. I think it's a marvelous game. Very good.
It's a very appropriately priced for an indie title as well.
Yeah. It's,
even at full.
Yeah, look, I didn't pay full price, but if I had, I would have been okay with that. It was good. Like I like playing an indie game. And I think it sort of changed a little bit what indie games are to me. But when they first started pumping out these indie games, they were usually different and quirky in a way that we'd never seen in AAA blockbuster titles. Mm-hmm. A lot, as we've discussed before in the past, but indie games are flooding the market now with Steam. Every second game's an indie game, or even more so. And you start to just play the exact same thing over and over, whether it be just a pixel art side scroller or something like that. You don't really have that amazing sort of, wow, this is, I've never seen this before, like with the likes of Limbo or Journey or something like that. Mm. This game sort of falls into that territory. Obviously, it's not the same gameplay-wise, but it gave me that same feeling, like, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that from just a small title. But, no, I was thoroughly impressed with it, and I enjoyed it and finished it off last night. That was good. I played Shadow Warrior this afternoon and then gave up shortly after starting playing it. Fucking hell. I was enjoying slicing the hell out of everyone, but then a game-killing bug came crashing down on me right near the beginning of the game. I think I was only playing for about half an hour. And I got up to this part where I had to heal myself, and it came up on the screen giving me the directions on what I needed to press to heal myself. How it was confusing in itself, but I know it was doing it right. You had to press left on the D-pad twice and then press L2. Alternatively, you could swipe right on the touchpad and press L2. And I was trying that a million times and nothing would happen. I'm thinking, I don't know, look, I don't know what is going on. And it was driving me insane to the point where I reloaded my save, just reloaded the checkpoint. Same thing, wouldn't work. And I started questioning myself, thinking, am I pressing the right buttons? Am I paying attention? Am I half asleep? What's the go? I gave up and I reloaded the entire level. And it worked. I got up to that part again, did what it wanted me to do, and I healed myself. When that happened, I thought, you know what? Fuck this shit, and I turned it off. So I'll go back to it, but the game had annoyed me, so I turned it off. I wasn't going to play that for the rest of the day. Moving on, Battlefield Hardline Beta. I played that last night. Now, I'm not a very big Battlefield Call of Duty sort of guy, but I remember I did play the beta when it was the first beta, and I thought it was absolutely shit. It felt like it wasn't finished. The graphics were crap. It was just a mess. I'm really happy with what I've played. When I played it yesterday, you hit search for a game. It found me a game within 5 seconds, and the game was loading within 10. It got me into a game. I haven't been kicked out of any games. I had no dramas. Played it again today with Jason and Reprimir and Red, and it was flawless. There was a couple of little rubber banding moments.
Yeah, which is probably to be expected. EA did make it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. It was working fine, and I actually enjoyed it. I mean, whether or not it'd be a game that I'd buy, I don't know.
Nah,
but
not full retail anyway.
No, you wouldn't either?
No way. It just looks like Battlefield 4, really, and it feels like Battlefield 4 with a little less lag and a little less rubber banding. So
okay, so I never played Battlefield 4 really, but look, the best thing I can say about it is that it looks like it's going to work this time round.
Yep.
Because the beta's working. So there you go. Dying Light, finished Dying Light Red. That was probably a highlight. You said it's probably the best game that you've played on the PlayStation 4. Is that what you said?
As a total experience, yeah. The total experience was the best I've had, yes.
Yeah, I package. I would have to agree with you. Probably the best experience I've had as a whole package on the PlayStation 4, and that's because I could play the game.
Yeah.
I could play it in co-op, and it was an awesome game. With Far Cry 4, I know that was my game of the year for last year, and I absolutely loved Far Cry 4, but massively let down by the co-op. Number one, it was only 2-player, which I thought was a bit sad. And number two, I couldn't connect with anybody and couldn't play it for the most of the time. And by the time they patched it, we'd platinumed it. We'd played it as much as we were going to play it, and we'd moved on. So
there wasn't a whole lot of co-op content either. They're now shelling it out as DLC.
Yeah, well, that's it. The co-op, when you went into co-op, it turned off all the campaign missions.
Yeah.
Whereas Dying Light doesn't do that. You can play the campaign with your mate. So.
In fast travel.
That's right, yeah, when you're about to move on. But yeah, so we finished that Dying Light, not last night before, and that was pretty impressive. I tried out Rogue Legacy today. That's the PlayStation Plus title, one of the PlayStation Plus titles for February. And it's a strange sort of concept there. Red, you explained it to me last night, and it was intriguing. But basically, if your character dies, they're now dead, and they become like there's like a plaque,
ancestors,
a picture on the wall, and it says when they lived and died, and then you pick out of like 3, I think, to pick your next character. You can have the different traits of the character. So you could have somebody that's really strong, but they're clumsy, and then and it says clumsy will break a lot of things. So when you're playing in the game, and if your character's clumsy, just walking past like pots and pans and tables and shit, they break. Which is good, because normally you'd smash them with your sword to collect the coin, but your clumsy character trips over them and smashes them, so that's quite funny. Some of them are dyslexic, and then the little explanation is you may find it hard to read, but it's all like spelt wrong and shit, and actually hard to read. And some of them are strong. Red, you were saying you can get some that are colorblind, and the game will be in black and white or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Today.
Stuff like that. I mean, that when I said before, when I was talking about indie games and games like that, where they've got that thing, that quirky thing that you don't see in blockbuster games, that's what I'm talking about. Things like that add a spin. It's not about the massive high definition graphics and all that sort of stuff. It's about the experience and what you're playing, and I think that's quite neat. I only played it for a little while, but I was pretty happy with it, so it's cool. DayZ, I played a little bit of DayZ, the standalone, and streamed it a bit. That's fucked. You could just call it Day.
Run around doing a whole lot of nothing.
I played for probably half an hour, 40 minutes. No zombies. There was no zombies. I'm not kidding you. There was nothing. And it still has all those things in it that, granted it had these things when it was a mod, but there are things in it that it just does my head in with a game that has such a following. Why, when you're holding a hockey stick and you hit a brick wall with it, does a bullet ricocheting sound go? Why is that? Why is that when I go to vault over the fence, I step through the fence before I do the vault animation? Why do these
things...
things...
the banana 4 inches away from the banana.
You saw that? Yeah. I don't know. It's amazing. And then, mind you, I ate a banana, and then about 2 seconds later, a little thing popped up saying that I'm extremely hungry. Just fucking ate a banana, you fat prick.
Ooh, shots fired.
And then basically it was just a whole lot of me running around trying to find something to do, and it was boring. So I turned.
You had to resort to hitting walls, yeah.
That's it. I was punching the wall after I was amazed that I found a hockey stick that kind of was a gun. Because I remember with the mod, and you let it go with a mod, but if you picked up a hatchet, you couldn't actually use it to hit the zombies until you hit reload, and he does like a reload animation, and then you can use it. But that's because the mod, there were no hatchets in armor, so what they'd done is they'd changed the skin of a gun and changed the animation. So it was essentially still a gun you were holding, even though it looked like a hatchet. So that was that. But it still does that sort of stuff, and it's a bit shit. Opening doors, opening gates, it's all still... I can't imagine that game going anywhere anymore.
That's in the vicinity of $40 isn't it?
Oh, probably. I bought it for $30, but that was when it first came out on early access.
Yeah. Sorry, Sean.
That's the one thing I noticed with Dragon Age as well. You mount the horse a foot to the side of it, and then he kind of moves onto it.
To the side of it?
Yeah, you like you mount nothing, and then it kind of shifts your ass a foot.
Yeah,
sitting on the horse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a bit shit house, but it's still better than DayZ, or just Day, because there's no zombies anymore. I tried playing Ollie Ollie.
I was listening.
Yeah, fuck. I'm way too uncoordinated for that game.
Yeah, just a quote. It must be one of the most uncoordinated fucks alive.
Well, what you got to do, like you press down and hold it, and then you press an X to go faster, and then you let go, and then you got to press X again to land, on top of doing other shit to do tricks. Every single time I stacked it, and old mate Ollie Ollie went flying. So, ooh, that's a frustrating game. I think I might get back into that next time I'm on a road trip. Chuck it on the Vita and have a go. But yeah, that was frustrating. I played Life is Strange. Episode 1 came out this week.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, I played through that. I've got a playthrough video that I've put up on YouTube of the entire episode 1. At the moment, it's about half uploaded. There's still another 5 videos. I guess that should be up by the time this actually airs, though, and they should all be there. If anyone's interested in checking out the different bits and pieces of it, have a look. Now, in describing what it is, it's kind of like a Telltale game with some extra mechanics. So basically the concept of the game is you play as this young girl, Max, or I think her name is. That's probably completely wrong, I don't know. She's a photographer, she's in high school, she stumbles across this ability to rewind time. So essentially it's Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, but instead of it...
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter?
Yeah. The chick gets the thing that turns time back.
Oh, I'll take your word.
Dragons.
Oh, I haven't seen the Harry Potter films or read them because I'm an adult. But yeah, instead of the sand and the dagger and fucking, I don't know, Harry Potter's wand or whatever, it's a butterfly that starts this. And I guess that butterfly is a bit symbolic of the game being revolving around the butterfly effect. Because what happens if you go and do something, and it's quite cool because a lot of people have said with the Telltale games, you'll say something, go, fuck, I wish I said something else now. Well, you can do that in this game. You can just hit your rewind button and say something different, and which will then alter how the game goes towards the end, hence the butterfly effect. So it's a really wonderful concept. But episode 1, which is called Chrysalis, I hope is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm hoping that was just laying foundations, teaching you who the characters are and where the direction's going. Because in the video that I made, the gameplay videos, I actually included a webcam picture of my head in the corner. I don't know. People have told me that's what people want, is they want to see the idiot playing it. But anyway, my ugly mug's in the corner. Dead set, I reckon about 90% of it is just me yawning.
It's good. It's
I
good
really
marketing
want
right
to like this. Sorry, what'd you say?
Good marketing right there.
It is a good game, but it's just a bit fucking boring. I am going to play through. I am going to get second episode. I do want to see how it goes, and I'm hoping it picks up the pace a little bit. There's a couple of times in episode 1 where it's really intriguing, and you're like, ooh, this is kind of a bit cool. Where's this going to go? And then it goes nowhere.
Sorry.
There's so much potential in this game, and then they've just gone, nah.
It was just they sacked the writer.
No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just really hoping that was just laying the foundations, and they're going to hit home with 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think there's 5 episodes. But yeah, anyway, it's out now. If you're interested in Telltale games with a slightly less impressive story, you'll probably like it. Last game that I could talk about I've been playing today because I was looking for PC games to play. I downloaded Overlord 2. It's been on my Steam list for ages and I never played it. And I've got Overlord, the first one, but I had a look at some YouTube videos and it just looks a little bit dated. So I thought I'll try the sequel, and I've been playing that. That game's awesome. Sean, have you played Overlord?
I think I might have played it on Xbox 360. Is that the one where you got the little minions and?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Overlord 2, and this hit me in the face. I was not expecting this whatsoever. But in Overlord 2, there's right at the beginning, there's a couple of sort of mandatory missions that you have to do to progress. One of them is to club baby seals to death.
Lovely.
Yes. Now you've got to kill 30 of them because you require their life source or life something. The little bright orbs that come out of.
Do you get to choose the weapon that you use to club these seals with?
No. You either send your minions to go and just rip them to pieces, or you smash them over the head with your massive axe.
I think I'd prefer the axe.
While the seals, like the actual parents, they're rolling over and crying. This is an abomination of a video game, but it's quite funny. And then there's these, I don't know what they are. They're like little orcs or something. They've got these rainbow-coloured bandanas on, and they're like hippies. That's what they are. They're like gay hippies that come and tell you to stop killing all these fluffy animals and stuff.
Then you kill them.
Then you kill them, yeah, so you can go further. You just kill everything in this game. But what I worked out what it is it's basically an adult version of Pikmin. Because you've got your minions, which are these little gremlin-looking things. I don't know how they got past that copyright, because they dead set look like gremlins from the movie. You got the gremlins. You start off with the brown gremlins. I'm going to call them gremlins now. But then you've got your different, like, coloured ones. Like there's red ones that are immune to fire. There's yellow ones, green ones, and blue ones, or whatever. I don't know what they do because I haven't unlocked them yet. But yeah, it's basically like Pikmin, because that's what happens in Pikmin. You've got all your different coloured Pikmin that are immune to fire and, and this and that and rock, and you get them to do all different puzzles to get through the game. It's pretty much that. And I'm enjoying it. I want to get back into it and play it more. So Overlord 2, you can pick it up on like the Humble Store and stuff like that for bugger all. It's actually a really cool game. The graphics are pretty neat too. Yeah, but that's all.
Was it already on your list, or did you buy it today?
No, it was already on my list. I don't even know when I acquired that.
I probably got it on my list from an old school Humble Bundle or something.
Probably, dude. I just scrolled through my 200 games, of which I've probably played 10, and just picked one and played it today, and that was it.
You think my pile of shame for my PS3 and 4 is bad?
Oh man,
Steamless.
Everyone's Steam list is a disgrace.
I've got 7 games. Got 6 of them from you.
You could double that by buying a Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an extra 7 games that you won't play.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. What do you reckon? We'll go into some news.
Cool, man.
Wonderful. First up in news, House of Wolves DLC details get leaked. Did you guys hear about this?
I've seen pictures.
Pretty prevalent in the news. Now, it was all over Reddit. Basically, if you're a Reddit user, you would have seen it. But Reddit user Mega Man EXE4, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, he's managed to find out the details through data mining. So I think that's basically when you take the encrypted shit from a disk or from your hard drive or whatever, and if you're really cluey, you can suss out what they all mean, all the files. Anyway, so they've gone through the game's files and found all these bits and pieces like weapons and armors and bits and stuff from the DLC. And Bungie has reacted. They've seen it, and they've mentioned, please don't take too much notice from this information that's being data mined, because at that point, nothing has been finalised. So they reserve the right to completely overwrite everything that they've already put on the disc. Yeah, that's interesting. It has some time has passed since they actually made those discs, so I'd imagine there would be a fair few changes. So take it with a grain of salt. Whether or not the information you see, I didn't look too much into what information was data mined, if you will. For that reason, it's probably going to be completely different now anyway. So I'm not terribly fussed on it. But if you see it and you read into it, probably won't want to read into it too much. Now, Red, if I ask you, when is House of Wolves out? Do you know?
May the 5th.
So it's May 19 is what I've got here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know why, but until I read this news article, I was of the understanding that it was going to be in February.
Yeah. So was I initially, until what I've been reading over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the last I read was May 5th, so yeah, probably 19th. It's not confirmed yet, is it?
Maybe it's not.
I don't think it's confirmed.
Well, the information that I got here says that the DLC will unlock on May 19th, but I don't know how credible that is. Unless that date was from the data mining, I don't know.
Right.
I wonder if it'll actually be DLC this time instead of just C.
Yeah, instead of just content you've already fucking bought, you poor C-U-N-T.
Who knows? We'll have more information, I suppose, when we get closer to the actual release date, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, man.
All right, who wants to do the next news item?
I'll go.
Sean?
Madden has nailed the SuperBowl prediction for this year. So the SuperBowl was on Monday. The final score in it was 28-24 to the New England Patriots. And every year, Madden does just a simulated game between the two teams.
Yeah.
And they actually...
EA.
EA. And they did they picked the score this year. It was exactly right. But more impressive on it, they actually predicted that Tom Brady would win the Super Bowl MVP. They said he was going to pass 335 yards with 4 touchdowns. But in the actual game, he passed for 328 yards with 4 touchdowns. So they were only 7 yards off the passing yards for the MVP. And they also predicted as well that New England would trail 24-14 in the 24-14 in the third quarter before staging a comeback.
Yeah, I know. How good is that?
Yeah, and it was by a touchdown pass to Julian Edelman, which was correct for the last touchdown as well. So,
do you know a bit of news here? It might be interesting for our American listeners, more so, but also the Aussies that like the Super Bowl and NFL and all that. But Tom Brady won MVP or whatever it is.
Yep.
He was given a car. Yeah, he was given a car. He was given a truck or whatever for his hard work. He gave that to the rookie. So obviously the guy in the team that's not paid as much as him. He gave it to that guy who caught the intercept and saved the game. He just gave it up. Yeah. What a legend! What a good bloke.
Yeah, but there are many millions of dollars is Tom Brady on a year compared to a bloke that's not even on 100 grand.
Well, yeah, but you and I both know that a lot of people in this world with a lot of money still wouldn't do anything like that.
Short arms, long pockets.
That's right.
That's it.
And I just think that was a great gesture. It's like, dude, you saved the game. The only reason I got this fucking truck is because you caught that intercept. So I thought that was really cool. Good on you, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And
so all
say
up
hi
now.
to Zell for me.
Yeah. Out of the 11 years that they've done it, the simulator's got an 8-3 record. So 8 wins, 3 losses with its predictions. So now it's 9-3 with this year's one.
Was that your dog trying to chime in?
Yeah, I'm strategically muting.
Oh, it doesn't sound like a puppy anymore.
No, he's not. He's 22 kilos of just stupid.
Fuck, yeah, how old is he now?
He's just under 6 months.
6 months. My dog's, I think, a year now, and still probably weighs as much as your dog's paw.
I thought you were going to say your dog's balls. Probably about that way.
Lovely. All right, cool. What's the next news? Red?
It's me, and as I'm moving back towards my computer for stopping that abomination, Sony Online Entertainment has been acquired, sold, changed hands, however you wish to sum it up, to Columbus Nova, and they're...
Are you puffed?
Yep. Yeah, I'm fat. I had to move.
Sorry, I've interrupted you.
That's okay. So Columbus Nova, they're worth in the vicinity of $15 billion in New York, investment firm. Just bought Sony Online Entertainment, and with that comes not so much cross-platforming, but they're going to make PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile-based games.
So what's Sony Online Entertainment at the moment? What are we talking about here?
They're a game developer. They're behind H1Z1 or Hizzy, if you will.
Yep.
So it's not. I don't think it's actually anything to do with PlayStation.
They own Santa Monica Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're in control of the Order 1886, all the God of War games. Yeah. So maybe you might see an Order go to Xbox One next year.
Maybe.
Look, we'll trade them straight away for Tomb Raider.
Fair enough, yeah.
That'd actually be a pretty good
Imagine
swap,
playing a God of War on an Xbox, though, if they go that way.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because God of War's
the god of PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation games, so, yeah.
Yeah, but did you say imagine playing it on...
Yeah, I think it'd just be something that you just wouldn't see. Because it's always been PlayStation, right from the start.
Well, that was what happened with... Metal Gear Solid too.
And with Tomb Raider, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Tomb Raider was originally a PlayStation game, yeah.
Yeah. But it'll probably be all titles from now on out. I would assume.
Oh, just bring the next Gears of War across to
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
They're all going to be better for it, really.
Yeah. They need to stop arguing about all these exclusives and that, and just let people play what they want to play.
I've got a discussion for us, a short discussion we'll have after the news. I'll just make a quick note of it.
Copy that. So just to finish off, there's a tweet here from John Smedley. Simply says, cannot wait to make Xbox One games. So take that as you will. I don't think, personally, I don't think Sony Online Entertainment is an affiliate of PlayStation itself. Yes, no? It's just a developer, isn't it?
Sorry, what's that?
Sony Online Entertainment. They're just a developer. They're not actually affiliated with PlayStation as such. It's just a...
Man, I don't know.
Because I think it's Sony Online Entertainment is one thing, but then there's Sony Computer...
Yeah, Entertainment. Yeah, SCE, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, see? Brain box.
Is that it for that one? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cool. Next bit of news that I've got, Ermac has been announced as the final Mortal Kombat X character.
How good does he look?
Now, that is apparently the entire lineup now.
Ah, yeah, before the 18 doses of DLC.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, it's been announced everywhere that there's all of the lineup has been announced now, but I still reckon there'll be more. And like you said, it'll be like heaps of DLC characters. Like they'll bring out some of the ones that, from the older games that aren't announced, blah, blah, blah. But I'll give a quick list here. I know we went through most of them last week, but a quick list here of the Mortal Kombat X characters. There's Goro, Ermac, Kano, Kitana, Kung Lao, Quan Chi, Raiden, Reptile, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Cassie Cage, Devora, Farah Tor, and Kotal Khan.
No Liu Kang.
No, Liu Kang wasn't mentioned. He'll make an appearance.
Try to be some exclusive characters as well.
Oh yeah,
with Mortal Kombat 9, so we're going to have a Kratos and a Freddy Krueger.
But they'll do. Let's have a brainstorm. What do you reckon they'll have? PlayStation.
Nathan Drake.
Nah, I can't imagine him being that.
Joel. He's a
Puggin!
Puggin Man.
Pink suit.
Ravi Ray Run is his announcer.
I can't even think of PlayStation exclusive characters
that are badass.
Yeah.
You just have to go with Kratos because he's like the bad.
Yeah, just use him again.
Yeah.
It really shows you how many leading
you could use Joel
protagonists.
Or Ellie.
Well, you could have Joel and Ellie like Farah and Tor.
Yeah, well.
Have a clicker.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Oh,
Luke has got a game.
Yes! That'd be a day one purchase if that happened.
Yeah, you could use Arno and he could fall through the ground and then drop down through the top of the screen again.
And then when you fall through, you go, oh no! That was a terrible joke. Let's move on from that quickly. Alright, who's got the next item?
For Sean. There's Lego Jurassic World and Lego Avengers coming this year.
I've seen that.
So Jurassic. Yeah. And
I mean for both of them.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Oh, those fuckers. I still haven't played Lego 3.
Yeah, I haven't played Batman 3 yet either.
Nah, man. That'd be a good one to get, actually. You got to pick it up, $50-$60 now, Target.
They're still...
I don't know if you will, because like that Marvel superheroes is like $90 still.
Yeah, they're still overpriced.
That's a good game, but
I've got a scam that I want to do with you, Sean. I'll discuss it after the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very good news, but I guess that's all there is to it, isn't there?
Pretty much, mate. Yeah.
Is it Jurassic Park one is going to be on the movie? The new movie?
So, yeah.
Probably.
That's called Jurassic World, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah.
Ah, sick. Happy.
Well, to make you even happier, there's nothing been announced yet for another Hobbit one for the third movie.
Yeah, fucking good. Abominations, those things.
Fucking hobbits or
freaks. Hobbits. They're like spiders. Fuck off under a rock.
No.
Sean.
Yes.
Got news?
Yeah. The
you know how we do a segment?
Yeah. The Garena of the Philippines have made a statement today saying that they have done a backflip on a restriction they put on a League of Legends competition. So the restriction was that you're only allowed to have one lesbian, gay, bi, or transsexual person on your team for competition day.
Why? How would they?
Because it may probably have some unfair advantage.
Yeah.
So it must be that big of a problem over there that actually have guys that dress up as Sheilas walk into the competition and go, well, you can't say anything to me because, you know what, I'm a Sheila. And I class myself as a woman just so they can play in these League of Legends competitions and win.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, I'm not
following. It's an all-girl competition. It's an all-girl competition.
Oh.
And they've, should have said that, possibly.
Yeah, probably.
And that's quite a big part of the story.
Yes. You dickhead.
Or I should say registered female.
Yes.
Why are they all girl competitions?
In that facet of the competition, the laws come in, or the new rules come in, stating that you can only have one transgender, gay, or bi
on your
competitor. I don't know. Residual testosterone makes you hit the mouse button faster. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand why blokes don't play tennis with chicks and football and stuff like that. That's a complete obvious statement, but it's a video game. We are talking about League of Legends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An all-woman competition. It's probably because they can't make it into the men's competition.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the blokes are fucking stuck on video games all day.
And they
Because
don't like
blokes are too
GTA.
busy dressing up as Sheilas and trying to get in the girls' competition.
And we generally, for safety hazards with all the water around, we don't have PCs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, snap! You went and like it. Ding.
I knew you would like that, Red.
Thanks, bro. But yes.
Oh, I've heard they're really good at the competition for I Am Bread, though.
Right. You want the next one?
Yeah, why not?
Do you know how they test for the competition?
No.
How do they test?
Yeah. Well, they ask them to make a sandwich, and if it's shit, they're not allowed to play in it.
You're a bloke. Get out.
You're a bloke.
I'd get in.
And cough.
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear. Give us the next one.
A team beats the Crota raid without using guns.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. What they used? Fingers.
It was a bunch of spec'd up titans with melee attacks, and as I know, that's probably the only thing I've got going for me with the titan. It's got a pretty spiffy melee attack, and the way you can generate bloody orbs of light and everything with your Ward of Dawn, your overshield thingy, your bubble, as we formerly call it here at Aussie Gamers. Yeah, they managed to run through just all melee attacks and special attacks.
So they're killing like the... What do you call it? The
Sword bearer and
sword bearers and stuff, just using the ground pound and stuff.
Yeah.
Far out.
Imagine trying to kill that witch when you go up into the...
Yeah. How do they kill the shriekers?
Probably with a flying knee.
Yeah, well,
Or grenades. Grenades.
Yeah, maybe grenades, yeah. Far out, man.
They
This is
stick
crazy.
magnets.
I don't enjoy doing that, and I can't do it when I'm using everything at my disposal.
And that's including Nick and Ageless at level 31.
I know. Fuck. Well, but yeah, good on them. I should have a look at the video and see how they do it. I'm sure there's a video.
Yeah, there's several parts. Yeah,
Well,
it would have taken a while, I would assume.
yeah, dare say. Alright, what's next? Who's got anything else, or are we drying up?
I've got the last one that you announced at the start of the show.
Go, Red.
Crystal Dynamics has passed on Tomb Raider, the latest installment, Rise of the Tomb Raider. The Xbox 360 version will be outsourced to a developing company known as Nix's Software.
Are they doing a previous gen version?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
move on. Really?
yeah, well, Square Enix aren't doing it, which is probably a tick in the right box, but they are doing a previous gen. Well, all through here, it says it's coming to PS4 later and everything like this. Not once does it mention PS3, so it might be just that might be a last gen exclusive, or previous gen exclusive, if you will.
Oh, okay, like Rogue.
Yeah,
Well,
like Rogue.
I'd actually be happy if it was like that.
Oh,
If
no. They're
It'll
still
be the
making
same
Rise
game.
of the Tomb Raider.
Oh,
Same
it's the
game.
same game.
Just Square Enix aren't the ones that are tuning it down, I'd
Oh,
say.
I'd prefer if it was a completely different game.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
me
imagine
too.
it
Give us
looking
a
like the Ghostbusters game. Remember they brought it out on PS3 and then they did a PS2 version of it as well.
Yeah.
And the PS2 version with this shitty looking fucking cartoony one that was just absolute rubbish. And I'd laugh if it was like that. You got this brand new one on Xbox One and PS4 that looks exactly like real life, and then you get it on Xbox 360 and it just looks poo.
Yeah, it looks like your daughter and my daughter drew some pictures and Square Enix bought it and went, yeah, let's make this one for the 360.
Yeah.
Shit.
So what do you reckon? That's bullshit, or are you actually quite happy with the fact that Square Enix are only working on current gen?
Oh, that's good. It's good, yeah. But at the same time, I'm still fucking pissed off that it's only on the Xbox One.
I'll buy it on the Xbox One.
Oh, I will. I definitely want to play the game, and I'm happy for the game, and I'm sure it'll be great. But it comes down to principle. I know these companies don't give a flying fuck when it comes to principle. It's all about the dollars and cents, which is I think is ludicrous. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'll still be able to play it, so I won't be whinging too much when I've got it in my hands.
I'll probably play it on PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I don't want to miss out on not miss out, but be a year behind or 6 months behind on a Tomb Raider experience, because it's always been a...
I'll stream it for you.
Hey?
I'll stream it for you, and then you can be in a chat with me, and you can tell me to go left or right and jump.
Well, I'm going to have to fucking have ESP to try and get the delay happening.
Yeah, well,
no, left back there.
You've got a bit of time to work on it.
Nah, I'm glad at least it'll be covered.
Hey, just quickly before we go on to what's that sound, I was thinking about this the other day. I pretty much know my answer, but it was something I've put a bit of thought into. What would you think if, say for the next generation, so PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2, where the consoles were no longer manufactured by their respective brands? If they went, like say Microsoft with Windows, if they went with just the OS, and then you could go and buy yourself a Samsung Xbox.
Yeah, like computers.
Yeah, like computers.
You can fit it out with what you want.
Yeah, and they started going, I mean, essentially you'd be talking about PCs then, but...
It's called a Steam Box, and when was the last time you heard about one of those?
Last time you were laughing about it on the podcast a couple of months ago.
Yeah, the Steam Box, I think the Steam Box failed for a couple of reasons, but I think if you had like big names like Sony and Microsoft making these OSs, it might actually work. So that way then you could, maybe you buy a $400 console, and 5 years down the track, when it starts to be a bit fucking long in the tooth, you can upgrade your console. I mean, I guess you're probably just talking about PC then when you get to it, I guess.
So essentially what you're saying is you go out, you buy your operating system.
Yeah.
And whack it. Yeah, you can petition up a drive and have them both in one.
Hey!
Hey.
I don't know. I was just thinking about it the other day, and I thought I'd put it out there. But it's probably a ludicrous idea. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like what they're doing with the big picture with Steam.
Yeah, like that. And think about like the Samsung. Well, not Samsung. Sorry, the Android mobile phones.
Yep.
I mean, that works. You've got all different types of phones, and the games all work.
Yep.
Maybe something like that. Whereas you might say, oh, well, I like my console better because my console has a little LCD screen on the front telling me what chapter in the game I'm up to, or the game time that I've been playing. Whereas you've got the shitty Nexus version that doesn't have the screen on the front.
Nicholas want to go bowling.
Yeah, it opens up a whole world of console wars again. But I just thought it was an interesting thought that I had, and I wanted to throw it out there. But that's it.
Get the patent, mate. Get the patent ready.
Yeah, I'm not that smart. Might have to have a chat to your brother.
Yeah, well, you'll probably have one made in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, using fucking toothpicks and sticky tape, and that'll be his prototype, and he'll make $1 million. All right, let's move on to what's that sound?
Everybody.
Sing it again. Go on, sing it, Red.
No, because I sing the wrong words. I don't even know the proper words.
Sing what you think they are.
No. Stage fright.
Come on, do it. We're not going further until you do it.
Stop. Listen. What's that sound? Sound.
I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody, look what's going down.
Yes. Alright, now that Red has murdered the intro sound, we'll just have a quick mention of last week's sound, which was picked by... Who was it picked by, guys? Do you remember?
You.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, you fucking knew it.
You.
Smartass.
Yes, I did know. Picked by me, Borderlands. It was specifically Borderlands
There was
2.
the vault, an alien prison opened with a mystical key. To the warriors who opened the vault.
Anybody that picked Borderlands would have had the correct answer. And as we did change the rules last week, well, I changed the rules anyway, it's still, well, by the time everyone's listening to this, it'd be over. But so basically, I can't name any winners as yet, but we do have a couple of people with correct answers. Actually, one person with a more than a correct answer, an extremely accurate answer. So
Ben Ross.
Ben Ross, yes.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, top effort. And I think Rusky Big Muskie's got his answer in there too, that's correct. So that's very good. Anyway, let's move on to this week's sound.
There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
That there is some fantastic voice acting, if I do say so. Is it, you know what that is?
It's saying Terminator straight off to me, but
Yeah, it doesn't. It was a piss pot on you.
Really? Let me have a listen again.
There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
Now get to the chopper.
Now get to the job. You're going to jail.
Oh, do you know what that is?
Not without guessing.
That's up for fun. Come on, guess.
Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption?
Yes.
Not correct. Go on, Sean.
I know what it is.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. I talked about it earlier on.
Yes, you did.
Way too many.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
What was it?
It's...
Oh yeah.
How do you do that?
It's just got the way that the NPCs are in that game.
It's distinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Played it. Yeah, I could probably get that, but far out.
We could
You
have
know
made ourselves a game and put Guzzy on there this week. No one would have got it. Sean would have got it.
Oh dear. Oh, well done, Sean. Yeah, I'll give you that. I actually thought you might get it. All right, if anybody thinks that they know where that sound comes from, send us a message to our Facebook page, Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook. Give us a search. Send us the answer. If you are correct, you'll go into it's like a random draw throughout the week. So if you are listening to this on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, towards the end of the week, you still have a chance. Send your entry in, as long as it's before the end of the day on Saturday. Then your answer will be considered. So we've got some free games to give away, and you will be notified if you do win. That's the show. That's it. We're done.
Now that we're at the end of this week's show, please take the time to like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/AussieGamers2012 or search for Aussie Gamers Express in that little search bar up the top, you know, where you're stalking your ex-misses and all that stuff, and you type their names in, Aussie Gamers Express at the top there, and you'll find us. If you tweet your life away on a daily basis, follow at Aussie Gamers 12, and you'll be kept up to date with all our tweets there. Feel free to retweet and favourite and do all those kind of things. We're on Twitch, so if you want to see some streaming sessions, go to Aussie Gamers TV at twitch.tv. If you want to download this podcast directly to the device of your choice, download the Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and iTunes apps and search for Aussie Gamers Express. We have a blog, aussiegamersexpress.blogspot.com.au, YouTube channel. Head over there and search for Aussie Gamers Express. You'll find us there. We're also on the Respawn Radio. If you're on the TuneIn Radio app, type in Respawn Radio. They're a Perth-based radio station that you'll be able to listen to us through there every now and again. We'll put the schedule up on the page and you'll be able to see when we're going live on there. If you want to send a snail mail, P.O Box 130, Cranebrook, New South Wales 2749. If you're looking for anything else Aussie Gamers Express related, use your good friend Google. You'll probably find us there.
Absolutely. Well, good show, guys.
Sean.
Hey?
What was that?
Well done, Sean.
That was well done.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
slide in the 1%ers every week. It made me go, oh, that's new.
And didn't even need to prompt you.
No.
Fantastic.
I got through the show without shitting myself.
Good. Always a bonus.
That is
Always
good.
fun.
We'll make a podcaster out of you yet.
I actually found something funny online the other day that I wouldn't mind sharing with you. They're Destiny pickup lines.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you see them at all?
No.
No? Are your pants purple? Because that ass is legendary.
These win. Keep going.
Baby, your ass must be blue because I'm about to dismantle that shit. I think you must have stepped into my sink plate because you're raising my spire. Nice tits. Did you buy them from Zer? Hey girl, is your name Atheon? Because I'd like to enter your vault. Yeah, and that's all I've got at the moment, so...
What about you remind me of the Crota raid before it was patched? Lots of cheese.
Oh, wow.
Wait, no, don't use that one.
No, use the pickup lines of Sean's and then use that the next morning on your way out.
There it is. And we've got some more coming through on Reddit.
Oh, you know what the funniest part about that is?
What's that?
I don't reckon Sean would have got any of them.
I don't.
He doesn't. He hasn't played it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. We need to have a joke segment again.
Yeah.
Just to.
Wait a second. Let's see if we can get the gaming jokes. Let's see who they are. These are the funniest gaming jokes. Let's see if they've added more onto here. Because that was quite funny. There were some sick ones on there. My favourite game is Grand Theft Auto. You can do virtually anything. I was able to experience in a charity shop and killing a my steel crowbar. Then I went home to play Grand Theft Auto.
That's not funny. That's bad.
I hate how many French people play Call of Duty. You usually get host-ended game before any bullets have been fired.
Run away!
What's black and steals your credit cards? PS3.
That's good.
I used to play Skyrim, but then I took a vagina to the dick. I think we used this one before. Pokemon Black came out this week. Gotta catch Jamal.
That's a good one.
Getting a tactical nuke on Call of Duty is the best feeling in life. Much better than having sex. Probably.
Probably.
This was dating a single mother. It's like continuing from somebody else's save game. Yes. Call of Duty has been re-released in Iraq as The Sims.
So we have had that one before. Oh dear.
Yeah, so,
That's
I'm
it.
not going anymore. Yeah.
Nah. Oh, I'm already going to have to beat this one up. Yeah.
The Games Workshop, the only place in the world where you can feel your virginity growing back. Yes.
Alright kids, that'll do. Thank you very much for listening everybody. I've been LewkOne.
I've been Thorncliff.
I've been red.